already?
That's the best part, though.
You can say it again.
Let's get you a check of area weather on your Friday as you start your day. Meteorologist Erica Delgado in the Plex with the first look for us. Hey, Erica, good morning.
Tavares, Alex, a little louder for those in the back. Yes, it is Friday, and it feels like it. We've had a front to the north of us. We have high pressure to the south. It's what's causing this wind coming out of the southwest. Even with the southwest wind, we still have a high risk of rip currents across area beaches. Still a leftover swell from Hurricane Aaron, who is moving away. We also have some saltwater flooding possible across the Florida Keys, specifically during high tide. As we work our way through the afternoon, a very similar setup with winds coming out of the west-southwest. Showers and storms will develop, and they'll march across South Florida and favor the East Coast once again. Let's check on those temperatures along the East Coast. 88 in Fort Lauderdale, 89 in Pompano Beach, 86 right now in the Hollywood area, upper 80s already extending into Hialeah and Homestead at 89, 87 at MIA and into the Florida Keys. No 90s just yet, but a lot of upper 80s. 88 Key Largo, 89 in Isla Mirada and Marathon, upper 80s extending into some areas of the lower Keys. We have a steamy wind out of the southwest. It's calm across Miami-Dade and Broward County. And as we work our way through the day, that southwest wind at times west will allow those storms to move into our direction. But for now, all of our metro areas are quiet. Just one isolated downpour there developing to the north of the lower Keys. So into the afternoon we go. We're expecting those storms to march through. Highs will be reaching into the mid-90s. And again, other than Hurricane Aaron, we have those three other areas that we're watching in the Atlantic, and one of them near the Azores not looking likely. A closer look at all this is coming up in just a few minutes.
Developing right now this morning, a car ending up in a pool in Pembroke Pines.
7's Olivia DeVinti is live with what we know at this hour. Olivia.
Tavares, Alex, we are learning that driver fell asleep at the wheel, and that is how he ended up in the pool. Let's go to some video from when it happened very early this morning. That white car upside down in this neighborhood pool. This is at the Encantada community. This is in Pembroke Pines. That car upside down. Eventually, let's go to some more video. It had to be removed by a crane. Now, we are hearing from police. They say that the driver was the only person in the car and that they actually called 911 to report that they had gotten into an accident. So it does sound like they are okay. However, neighbors this morning, they have never heard of anything like this happening in their quiet community. Take a listen to some reaction.
Not surprised because, they do, these young kids, they do, they speed a lot around here.
All right, so Pembroke Pines police is saying that this driver fell asleep at the wheel. Not sure how fast he was going, but that neighbor did say that he does see a lot of cars speeding on that road. We'll have more from him coming up at 7 News at noon. But once again, this driver ending up in this neighbor's pool, fell asleep at the wheel. He is thankfully okay. We're live in Pembroke Pines. Olivia DeVinti, today in Florida.
Now at 10, Florida's controversial migrant detention center, dubbed Alligator Alcatraz, facing a judge's order to shut down.
Yet the facility can no longer house detainees. Miami-Dade's mayor is set to speak about the order during a news conference this morning. 7's Neo Garcia reports.
Shut it down.
Alligator Alcatraz ordered to essentially shut down for now. The federal judge in the case barred any new construction and demanded generators, fencing, lights, and more to be stripped away over the next 60 days. They're also not allowed to have any new detainees. This comes after environmental advocates and the Miccosukee tribe sued the state, saying proper environmental protocols were not followed when they built the detention center in 8 days. During last week's hearing, attorneys saying this.
This is known habitat for the Florida panther, an endangered species. Only about 200 exist in the wild, so any impact to their habitat can have really damaging effects to the future of the species. And there's also water quality concerns. The property itself is about 96% wetlands.
In her ruling, Judge Kathleen Williams said an environmental assessment was required before the site was built in the Everglades, but the defendants chose not to do so. She went on to say the state officials never sufficiently explained why the facility needed to be in the middle of the Florida Everglades. The environmentalists presented evidence that said more than 20 acres of protected wetlands had been paved over, and the intense lights scare away wildlife.
Our case, as a reminder, is all about pausing so that the government can comply with the National Environmental Policy Act, a common sense law that requires the government to look before it leaps, conduct an environmental impact.
like he's trying to run a one-man band out there behind his seat. And leave a comment below. This is a make or break season for he's got to make an impact. Good morning, all you beautiful people out there across the lands of YouTube hanging out with us today. We got a lot to talk about. Let me tell you right now, holy shit. Last night I pulled up on the internet. I was just sitting back for a second with the family, with the kids and all that. And I said, we got a lot to talk about tomorrow on the Brandon Mason Show. And my son said, I know the Brandon Mason Show. I watch it all the time. I said, you're 8 years old. Where do you watch it? He said, on YouTube. I said, you're in school. I hope you're in school. Shit, I mean, just saying, watching this on the show. People watching the building. We have a lot to cover. So I'm going to dive right into it right now. Welcome back, everybody, to the Brandon Mason Show. And oh, yeah, there is a lot going on. Let me just tell you right now. I pulled up. I had to pull up on the screen. There's a lot of things I'm going to get into right now. And when I say a lot of things, wait until you hear the headlines today. I'm going to pull it up on my screen. I got it right in front of me. I got multiple computers in here. When you guys see the new freaking studio, you guys are going to know what I'm talking about in the building right now. Everybody that's in the building right now on the 10th, it's Friday the 22nd. Let's dive into it. We got headlines right here for you. Russian missiles strike U.S. company in Ukraine after they just had freaking peace talks. Literally talk, hey, let's get a ceasefire. Let's stop this. Putin flies in town. Obviously, you look around and you go, hey, you flew all the way in to Alaska. You got Zelensky flying all the way in to Washington, D.C. to have conversation. And then right away, bang, we're going to show that what happened. Missiles over there striking those U.S. company out there. It's a big problem. Trump and Zelensky put in an awkward position. Now, China is watching the war. But what are they thinking? AI technology and all that's going on. People are like, hey, I don't know about China. You always got to watch. Same thing with Russia. I don't know how you guys feel. I'm going to go into Putin in just a second. And also, China stands with India as the tariffs ramp up. And I'm just saying, anybody that's standing, China standing with them, Russia siding with them, I'm just saying, all the way across the world like that, I'm not so sure I'm comfortable with that. Shout out to the 100 people in the building right now. Make some noise! As we dive into it today, Trump sends troops to Venezuelan waters as the war talks ramp up. We're talking about the possibility that Trump could be looking at some issues that have been going on for a long time. I'm just saying, with Venezuela, you know what I'm talking about. That shit happens, and now it's ramping up. Eric Menendez, who was convicted of killing his parents, the Menendez brothers, we're going to talk about today, was denied bail. Just saying, a lot of shit happened. A former national security advisor. You guys hear about this? Former national security advisor, John Bolton, FBI searching his home. What the hell is going on there? People in the chat, you know what I'm saying? A lot of shit going on. Federal judge orders closure of Trump's Alligator Alcatraz immigration jail prison. How do you guys feel about that? They opened the damn thing, spent all this money on it. It's up and going. And the whole time, I believe a lot of Republicans are trying to push that thing and get it going. Democrats step in and say, hey, wait a second. We don't like it. We're supporting illegal immigrants. That's what I'm saying. That's what it is. Supporting them, trying to get them to be able to stay, whatever. They find a reason to try to say, hey, look, endangered species, the water out there, inhumane. We're going to talk about that today and see how you guys feel about that. Villanova University says active shooter report that they had was a cruel hoax. I can't stand that. There's enough problems we got going on to come up with a hoax. I'm just saying, holy shit. We don't need those problems. We don't need people faking shit now. Amusement parks continue to have ride malfunction. I'm going to go into that. We had that conversation the other day briefly. I want to talk about that for a second today. 15-year-old football player, dies after not feeling well on the field running conditioning drills. The training staff put him in ice water to help reduce the body temperatures. Went to the hospital, later died. Sad freaking story. And last but not least, rainbow crosswalks, Miami Beach, Orlando. Republicans like, get rid of these freaking rainbow crosswalks. Democrats like, we need them. We need the rainbow crosswalks for the LGBTQ. I always say that wrong. Just call it LGB for now. I'm saying, hey, look, we need those. People are saying, no, I don't believe we need those. How do you guys feel? Do we need those? Whether you're supporting people or not in the building, I give it to you straight and tell you the damn truth. We're going to dive into it right now. People, Russia missiles strike. Let's go with that right now. I'm going to show you what's going on out there. They just had peace talks. People just had conversation with peace talks in the chat. I'm going to show you right now what it took like. Let's take a look.
It does not. The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Russia is showing it does not want to end its war in Ukraine amid continuing missile and drone attacks, including one on a US-owned electronics company in western Ukraine. Fires are still burning at the Flex plant in Mukachevo. President Trump delivered another 2-week deadline to Vladimir Putin to end the war, saying if there was no progress, he would have to change tactics.
So now Trump's like, hold on a second. I might got to do something about this. Just saying, like, hold on a second. We just had conversation about this. Putin just flew in, right? Let me rewind you. Just flew into town, and all of a sudden you're going back on what we just had conversation on, trying to get peace. Or he's like, you know what? We're not in peace until we're in peace. And I kind of get that too. I don't agree with it, but I get it. Hey, we're not in peace. We're not ceasefire, so we're gonna keep on rocking and rolling right now. We're gonna mess around. I'm not gonna sit here and act like we're not still at war. That's what Putin's saying. Let's take a look. They just had a meeting, people. They just had a meeting. And listen, here's what happened. Overnight, drone strikes came in. Lots of them. I don't want to quote the wrong thing. They said 50, they said 100, and they said 300, they said 400. A lot of things going on right now. Strikes flying in and smack a U.S. company. Now, here's what I'm saying. I don't care if it's U.S. or not. They had peace conversations and ceasefire conversations. There's no, hey, look, we're not stopping yet. I get that. But the reality is, you just struck a U.S. company. In Ukraine, but you just struck a U.S. company. In the chat right now, what is Trump supposed to do now? Should Trump retaliate? Yes or no in the chat. Should Trump go over there and go, you know what? It's time. You want to mess around? It's time. I don't trust Putin. I'm going to call it like it is. I'm going to call it like it is in the chat right now. If you're watching live in the building, smack that damn like button right now. Look, we get to 100 likes in the next 30 seconds to give a lucky person $200. If you're watching live, bang, bang. Excuse me, double tap those screens right now while we sip on this coffee right now this morning. Hope all of you are having a good start to the day. And I'm telling you right now, we got a lot to talk about. So if you're in here right now, I got a lot of videos to show you and a lot of conversation I'm going to get into today. Trust me when I tell you, you don't want to miss a shit that's about to go on here. But what I am saying is this. When I take a look at what Russia is doing, shout out to the 350 people in the building.
Make some noise!
You want to talk about being slapped in the face. You want to talk about being, a man that goes back on your words. And Putin has done this before. He's done this before. He flew over there and Trump said, here come the B-12. We showed that when he was walking with Putin. They just had conversation. People, like they literally just had the conversation. I'll show it briefly. You guys know what it looked like as they were walking across there. And it was like, I'm taking a look at it. I'm going, yo, didn't we just meet Putin? Didn't we just have these conversations here? Let's take a look real quick. This is a quick video, how Putin and Trump just met. How do all of a sudden you go back and go, let's continue firing and shoot away?
A reminder, this is Vladimir Putin's first time in the United States on U.S. soil in about a decade. We understand the two leaders have not met in quite some time face to face. They have had several conversations. They have met in passing. This face to face, though, will be the longest they've met since that Helsinki summit we saw in that news conference that made so many headlines. It looks like President Trump is waiting for Vladimir Putin here to greet him. The leader of the United States, the leader of Russia, exchanging hands in hopes of finding peace in Ukraine.
I'll get back to that in a second. If you're in the chat right now, thank you, Dylan. B2, damn it. B2 bomber. B12, B2, B22, who cares? Shit's flying over top is all I'm saying. Shh. Right, you know what I'm saying? Shit that I don't know how to control, I don't drive. In the chat, do you trust Putin or not? They just had peace conversation. Shout out to the 500 people in the building right now. Smack the like button, give you guys a chance to make some money. Listen, I'll give you guys a chance to make some big time money right now. You watching live? If we get to 500 likes in the next minute, I'll give a lucky person $1,000 in the chat. Just saying. 500 likes on the building right now. I'm looking at it. We have 500 likes in the next 30 seconds. I'll give somebody in the chat right now $1,000. Just tell me right now, you make some money, I'll help you out. Here's what I don't like, though. When I take a look at it and I say, holy shit, after having that meeting, I can't imagine being slapped in the face like that bad. Like, hey, had a conversation, don't do that, bang. It's like a 2-year-old. Got a 2-year-old at home, 3-year-old at home, you know what I'm saying? You say, hey, look, whatever you do, don't do that. Don't turn the running water on. Don't grab scissors out of the drawer. What do? Bang, scissors, right? I mean, is Putin a 3-year-old? I mean, let's be honest right now. Is Putin acting like a 3-year-old? Like we just told you, let's come to peace agreements. Putin here, Zelensky here, Trump like, hey, let's have a meeting together. But like I said, let's not forget the fact that they are still at war. Until shit's signed, hey, you keep going, play to the whistle, right? And I hate to compare it to sports, but let's be honest, play to the whistle. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on out there. He's like, we're gonna play this game that we're playing right now until we have an agreement. I don't like the way that he acts. I don't like the way he showed. I think Zelensky showed up and he's got real emotion. He's like, you know what? I'm mad about it. When he met before, they had a whole altercation in the White House. Didn't look that good. Now it looks a lot better, right? Having those conversations, I think that they had a little bit better. Now let's take a look at it. If you just joined us right now, if you're missing what we're talking about, take a look.
It does not. The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Russia is showing it does not want to end its war in Ukraine amid continuing missile and drone attacks, including one on a US-owned electronics company in western Ukraine. Fires are still burning at the Flex plant in Mukachevo. President Trump delivered another 2-week deadline to Vladimir Putin to end the war, saying if there was no progress, he would have to change tactics.
So Trump now allegedly just gave a 2-week deadline, saying, look, after this shit, we're going to turn it up. We're going to ramp it up. Give a 2-week deadline. What does that mean? Does Trump say, look, if you don't do what I said in 2 weeks, are we going to bring our military power? Because I'm going to get into a second what's going on with our country and Venezuela. We'll get to that in a second. Shout out to the 700 people in the building right now.
Make some noise!
If you're watching live in the chat right now, I'm telling you, if you're watching live in the building right now, smack that like button. What state are you based in? I'm taking a look at all my computers and cameras and all this shit in here. What state are you based in? Drop it in the chat right now. What state are you based in? I just dropped mine. Miami, Florida, baby. We're in the building right now. It's hot. It's hot, damn it. I'm hot as shit, not gonna lie. Over here sweating. Got this suit, you know, I put the red jacket on when I gotta get a little, you know what I'm saying, get a little up close and personal right here, talk about what I'm talking about. It's a little hot though, not gonna lie. I'm sitting here, kind of want to take it off, but I'm gonna try to keep it professional here. It's hot as shit in the building right now. I see all the states coming. Look at all the beautiful states in here right now coming in the building. Right now, if you're a Trump supporter, put Trump in the chat right now. If you're not a Trump supporter in the building right now, then put no. Or put something else. Put USA. Put whatever you got to put. I see people in the chat right now coming in the building. Miami checking in. Mr. Car Care in the building. Welcome to you. Here we go. Kenzie, Jamie, Lisa G, Karen. Look at all the people. Rosie in the chat. Rose, sorry. Dylan, Aaron, Victoria, Croop in the building.
Make some noise!
Shout out to our moderators, Pipple Mama, Candy, Tracy, Chrome. Listen. You guys are absolutely amazing. Christina, thank you. Listen, without you, come on now, moderate the show. JB2 in the chat. I see Bill Christopher coming in the building right now. Hey, look, in the chat right now. If you're a Trump supporter, say, I'm a freaking Trump supporter. Stand on it right now. Got people in the building from other countries, too. Wherever you're from, another country, drop it in the chat right now. We're talking about it right now, and I'll show you that clip real quick. If you didn't see it, just joining us right now. Look at what's going on. 574 drones? You mean to tell me Russia, first and foremost, Russia, a lot bigger than Ukraine, a lot more powerful than Ukraine. That's why Ukraine needs us over there. You mean to tell me 574 drones you got to send over there right now and attack Ukraine after just leaving a peace meeting? Look, I'm just saying. I think about it. I go, look, I understand the war's still going. I get it. But then I go, listen, what kind of game are you playing right now? These people are dying. People are literally dying every single day. What are you doing? And in that attack right there, it was like, we're going to come over there. We're just going to crush buildings. We're going to bomb shit. And when you hit the U.S. company, first off, it's in Ukraine. So if we're U.S. and we're going to have shit over there in Ukraine right now, obviously the war's going on. We got business over there. Shit's going to happen. Shit's going to happen in the chat right now. If you just joined us right now, put Trump in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. And if you're not, put no. I'm going to see right now. Look at watch the wave come in. Trump or no? Twerk in the building. How you feeling right now?
Make some noise!
People in the chat. Von's in some meetings this morning. Von's getting production lined up, baby. Von's getting production lined up. Be back in the building on Monday, hanging out with us. Said, hey, got to go solo today. I said, don't worry about it. I got it. I got it solo, baby, in the building right now. Don't even worry about it. In the chat, Von's in here saying, look, we got to be in there. Look, in the chat right now, What I want to know from you people watching back home is like, listen, wars are going in every possible position. And it's like, if our president were to just be able to focus on the U.S., pretty damn easy at this point. But he's not able to do that. He's got to focus on global things happening, trade, tariffs, Russia shooting missiles, trying to set that up and put it. Do you think Trump's trying to end the war? You think he wants to keep it going? Obviously, he wants to end the war. He's trying to bring the people together, bring them to the table. Republicans are like, he wants to end the war, right? That's all I'm saying. And then you take a look at, I see the chat right now. Jose said, Brandon feeling Pens cheerleaders. Hell no, that's not true, babe. You know, if you were in the chat before, you saw them, you know what I'm saying? You saw the cheerleaders coming to the chat a little different. But hey, we appreciate that. At the end of the day, when I take a look at it, people in the chat, it's very difficult to control the U.S., let alone go out there and control all these countries and wars. And then you got, China's watching, right? People in the chat right now, we're going to move in that piece right now. As you know, China is watching. And I'm going to show that at the bottom of the screen because I want you guys to understand something. China is seeing every single thing that Trump is doing. China's sitting back going, hey, let's see how Trump handles this. If Trump steps up to the plate and goes, hey, look, we're going to take care of this shit, you're done. You know what I'm saying? If Trump steps up and goes, hey, look, you're done, Russia. You better handle that shit right. Or Ukraine, look, we're doing it like this. That's all it's going to be. Took care of Iran. China's going to sit back and go, hey, whew, better be careful. But if Trump handles it in a weak component, that's why I'm telling you right now, that's why I wasn't a big fan of Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, all that, because we look a little weak out there. Our military just didn't look tough. Now we look like, hey, we're to come to the table right now. Because look, all we need is for China to say, you know what? We're going to take over some other piece of land out here. What are we going to do at that point? NATO's going to have to respond. A lot of people got to respond. We got wars going every possible position. And now we have, on top of that, we got our own troops heading out to Venezuela. Have you guys seen the troop? I'm about to show you right now. I'm about to show you a clip right now. If you didn't see it, I'm telling you it's going to stun you. But China right now, AI technology, they're getting advanced. Can we handle China? So war goes right now. Can we handle the advancements of China? I'll tell you right now, Russian troops being smoked left and right too. So Russia is not the creme de la creme. We know that. No point intended. But you take a look at China and go, they got a military. And guess what? So do we. And I'm going to show you what's happening right now. Because listen, right now, we're sending troops right now to Venezuela. I don't know if you guys seen it yet, but I'm going to pull it up on the screen right now. Let me move on to the piece of the pie that's really, really important right now. I'm going to pull it up right now. Trump sending troops to Venezuela. Have you guys seen this shit yet? And this is a video that I said, whoo, take a look.
A new conflict is about to erupt, and this time it's between the United States and Venezuela. For years, Washington has accused President Nicolas Maduro of running a vast narcotics empire worth billions, fueling corruption, violence, and allowing him to maintain his grip on power. Now, America is striking back. The U.S. has deployed 4,000 combat troops alongside 4 heavily armed warships into the heart of Latin America. Officials claim the mission is aimed at dismantling cartels, but the scale of the operation suggests another story. Maduro responded with defiance, announcing that 4.5 million militia fighters are now activated and fully prepared for a confrontation with the United States. If America sets even one step on Venezuelan soil, we will push back with everything we have, he declared. American commanders insist their forces remain stationed in the Latin American waters, but tensions are spreading fast. Reports warn this crisis could spill over into Mexico, where cartel violence is already spiraling out of control. One miscalculation could ignite a regional war, and in the end, the world can only pray for peace.
You guys see that video? I'm going to show that shit again in a minute. 1,500 people in the building right now.
Make some noise!
By the way, if you're watching live in the building right now, I'm taking a look at the screen right now. If we get to right now, guys watching, you make some money right now. If we get to 200 likes in the next 30 seconds, I'll give a lucky person $200 in the chat right now. If you're watching live in the building right now, double tap your screens. Here's a chance to make some money. Over 1,500 people in here. All you got to do real quick, here's our chance to 200 to make money. Right now, double tap your screens. If you get right now to 200 likes in the next 30 seconds, I'll give a lucky one to you right now. Money in the building right now. I'm taking a look at it right now. I'm seeing it running up. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Now you guys know what I'm talking about. Let's show that clip one more time because I'm telling you right now, I'm a little worried about this. We got troops going everywhere. We got a war out there. We're dealing with Ukraine and, obviously in Russia. Then we got wars over there with Israel and Iran. Hopefully that. And then we got more shit with Gaza. Now we got, some issues. What's China doing? Now all of a sudden, obviously, Venezuela. Let's take a look one more time. Everybody watching live.
A new conflict is about to erupt, and this time it's between the United States and Venezuela. For years, Washington has accused President Nicolas Maduro of running a vast narcotics empire worth billions, fueling corruption, violence, and allowing him to maintain his grip on power. Now, America is striking back. The U.S. has deployed 4,000 combat troops alongside 4 heavily armed warships into the heart of Latin America. Officials claim the mission is aimed at dismantling cartels, but the scale of the operation suggests another story. Maduro responded with defiance, announcing that 4.5 million militia fighters are now activated and fully prepared for a confrontation with the United States. If America sets even one step on Venezuelan soil, we will push back with everything we have, he declared. American commanders insist their forces remain stationed in the Latin American waters, but tensions are spreading fast. Reports warn this crisis could spill over into Mexico, where cartel violence is already spiraling out of control. One miscalculation could ignite a regional war, and in the end, the world can only pray for peace.
When I watch that video, I say, damn, this is reality. Like, wars are happening everywhere. You turn on the damn news, I don't care where you go. I don't even watch the news in the morning. Excuse me, I'm sipping my coffee here. Cheers to you. Coffee or tea in the chat. You guys drink coffee in the morning? You sipping on coffee in the morning? What the hell you drink? 1,100 people in the building. If you're stressed out, sit back and do what?
Smoke weed every day.
Just saying. Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? I say do what you got to do. I don't care how you do it. Be safe how you do it. But I take a look right now, all these beautiful people watching the chat right now. You turn the news on, bang, what's it say? Oh, this person dead, this person kidnapped, this person lost. It doesn't say, hey, life is great, air is good. Get out there and hit the gym, be healthy, have a good time, spend time with your family. No, you turn it on, what's it say? Oh, this person dead, this person robbed at gunpoint. Can you believe this? Wow, military does this. Wow, can you believe this? Oh my God, it's like you can't even put the damn TV on without seeing tons of press. We need some real people to step up and say some good things. You know what I'm saying in the chat right now? Some good things, not just negativity every single time you turn the damn TV on. And I'm like, the troops out there right now, if they accidentally do something off, Trump said, look, we're out in the Venezuelan waters. We're making sure that we're good. We're protected. Don't fuck around. We're going to take care of the cartels. He wants to do that. And I understand that, people in the chat. We got to make sure that our world is protected. But first things first, we got to make sure we take care of America. You know what I'm saying? In the chat right now, if you're watching live, everybody right now in the building, put USA right now in the chat. Everybody right now, put USA in the chat right now. If you are a fan, I don't care Republican. I don't care if you're a Democrat right now. I'm saying right now, put USA in the chat. Show some damn love to our country because we got to focus on our country first. CS in the building. How are you? Jeff Lee in the building. How you doing? Take a look at the chat. Chat's moving quick. Dr. Luke the GOAT in the building. Kara, how you doing? Blue skin, blueberry pies. Okay, here we go. There's some names out here, boy. Brad, how you feeling? Mark Thomas, Lorraine, Jamila, Laura Flowers in the building. We appreciate you showing love in the building. Talked to my mom this morning. She said she might go to work and get in the dunk tank. I said, you're in New Jersey. I tell you what, down in Miami, wouldn't mind getting in the dunk tank all year round. It's hot as hell. Go up to New Jersey. I'm just saying, a little cold. 50 degrees in the chat right now. Would you get in the damn dunk tank at 50 degrees? Hey, she's out there doing it for the company, putting on the line. She said, look, you know what? Getting up this morning, should you take a shower and going to get in the dunk tank? I said, you know what? I get up in the morning, jump in the shower. You might not need to. If you're going to go out there and get in the dunk tank, but it's freezing. So get out there, get a towel. Mom, if you're in the dunk tank, let us know how you're doing out there in the building. A lot going on, conversation. We got another piece of the pie we're going to move on to right now that we got to talk about. Brittany's in the chat right now, hanging out with us. Speaking of that at home, running around with the kids. I know she's probably at the gym right now, but that's okay. Let's move on to the piece of the pie we got to talk about. This is important, okay? Take a look at this. Donald Trump, Alligator Alcatraz. Now they're saying, and by the way, shout out to the 900 people in the building right now.
Make some noise!
They're saying right now, if you're watching live, they're saying right now the Alligator Alcatraz, okay? They're saying right now that they're trying to shut it down. All the efforts they put into this shit, I'm just saying, if you're going to do it for the right reasons, do it. But if you're not going to do it for the right reasons and then all of a sudden not do the protocols, I'm all in favor of doing what's right is right. If you're illegal, you got to go. If you're legal, you got to stay. And if you're doing the right things to become legal, then I think you should stay as well. You guys know how I stand in the building right now. In the chat, deport or let them stay. In the chat right now, deport or let them stay. I want to see how you feel right now. Why I'm asking that question is because if you're illegal, you're here, especially doing some wrong things, you got to go. But if you're here doing the right things, just showing up, you're getting your driver's license, you're going to court, you got court date scheduled because you want to do the right thing. You're showing up with your children, your family, and you walk out of the courthouse or you walk out of the DMV and you get arrested. Not a fan of that. You guys know what I'm saying right now. You with me right now? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? Let's show that clip right now because shit's happening. Let's see how you guys feel about this.
Alligator Alcatraz basically needs to be shut down. That's according to a Florida federal judge who just issued a late night order and a preliminary injunction against the state of Florida and the Trump administration. In her ruling, the judge said that the state and the Trump administration must immediately stop construction on the facility. They must stop bringing any new detainees to the facility. And within 60 days, they must start dismantling the facility and moving those detainees who are being housed there now out. Now, this is not happening because of any kind of civil rights violation. This is happening because the judge found the state and the federal government violated multiple environmental laws by constructing the makeshift facility right in the middle of the Big Cypress National Preserve in the Florida Everglades.
I'm just saying. I mean, look, these are the things that I got to tell you. You make mistakes as a person in business. I make mistakes. Shout out to the 1,200 people in the chat. I make mistakes. But at this point, you're working with the government. You're working with the city. You're working with the permitting. You're the president. You're part of this whole thing. I'm just saying the protocol should be in place. Now, look, Republicans, they want that thing. Look, tell you right now, Republicans, they want that thing up and running. They want to make sure that it's safe. They want to make sure that people get out of here if you're not legal. I get it. Some Republicans don't. In the chat right now, if you're a Republican, put an R in the chat. If you're a Democrat, put a D. If you're a Republican, put an R in the chat. If you're a Democrat, put a D. If you're independent, put an I. Put whatever you got to put. You know, it gets crazy in the building right now. You know, if I was in here right now, my business partner right now, partner Brian Vaughn in the building would come here and say, you know how we get. He's had on some meetings this morning. He's not in the building. He'll be back in here on Monday morning. You know, guys, you guys love and appreciate Vaughn coming and hanging out with me in the chat. Here's what I'm saying, though. Here's my biggest problem. Trump's got a lot to handle. Any president does, right? You step into the building, you got to knock one thing down at a time. And as a president, you try and knock 10 things down at a time. You're gonna knock down 5. You're gonna screw up 5. Just part of life. If you're married, are you married in the building right now? Where are the single ladies at in the chat? Are you married? Put an M in the chat right now if you're married. If you're single, put an S in the chat if you're single. Here's why I'm saying this. You get how I'm feeling. You got to do things together. You got partners. You got to knock the one thing down at a time. I told my wife, hey, let's do this. We're handling 7 things. We screw up. Got to do one thing at a time, 2 things at a time. Let's get it done. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it just doesn't work like that. So try and knock down too many things, you cannot cut corners. And we all know in construction, boy, if you cut corners, they will get you. Permitting, right? They just said the water, something's going on with the water. Then they said, hold on a second. They got some more shit going on. Obviously, hey, out there, we're going to watch that clip one more time. See how you guys feel about it. Deport or let them stay. How do you feel in the chat?
Alligator Alcatraz basically needs to be shut down. That's according to a Florida federal judge who just issued a late night order and a preliminary injunction against the state of Florida and the Trump administration. In her ruling, the judge said that the state and the Trump administration must immediately stop construction on the facility. They must stop bringing any new detainees to the facility. And within 60 days, they must start dismantling the facility and moving those detainees who are being housed there now out. Now, this is not happening because of any kind of civil rights violation. This is happening because the judge found the state and the federal government violated multiple environmental laws by constructing the makeshift facility right in the middle of the Big Cypress National Preserve. You
don't think they knew that before it started? I mean, come on now. Like, look, do it for the right reasons, but construct the shit. Get the right people in the chat right now. Look, hard pass. Just don't put the same damn thing 1,000 times. You want to talk about the Epstein files? Put it in the chat. Put something in the chat. Guys, just let him rock right now. Let hard pass put what he got to put. As long as he's not spamming it 70,000 times at once. Let him just put it in. Don't waste your time deleting every one of them. Don't worry about it. Try it. Look, hard pass. Come in the chat. Talk about the Epstein files. But don't just put the same damn thing. People in the chat want to watch the messages. We want to read some shit. You know what I'm saying? People come in the building right now. Where are you based in the chat? If you're watching live in the chat right now, where are you based? I'm talking directly to you. This is a live stream. I'm talking directly to you, and I'm actually refreshing the screen right now so we can make sure we can see this shit correctly. I saw some wild stuff on the screen just now. If you're in the building right now, where are you based at? And hit the like button when you come in. Here's a chance right now to make some money right now. Get the 200 likes in the next 30 seconds and give a lucky person $100 in the chat. Right now, bang, get it going. Double tap your screens. People watching live, make some money right now. People in the building coming in. We got tons of countries in here and tons of states. So we're diving into it right now. Let's move on to a conversation today that we got to talk about. You guys hear about this? The Menendez brothers. I don't know how you feel about it, but when I took a look at the Menendez brothers, I said, wait a second. They went to prison how long ago? I'm like, I wasn't even born when they went. I swear when I heard about it again, when the story came back out, I said, okay, yeah, the Menendez brothers, yeah, they're like my age. I'm like, wait a second. They've been in jail for like 34 years or something like that. He says here, 54-year-old was denied bail. Let's take a look at this clip right now. Menendez brothers, should they let them out of prison or should they stay in prison? In the chat right now, put prison or let him out. Let's take a look right now at this clip.
After a nearly 10-hour hearing, 54-year-old Eric Menendez, who appeared virtually from state prison in San Diego, was denied parole. He's now one step further from freedom since his conviction more than 30 years ago. Eric and his older brother Lyle admitted to brutally shooting and killing their parents in their Beverly Hills home in 1989. Outlining the decision, Commissioner Robert Barton explained that the seriousness of the crime was not the main reason for the denial. It was about his behavior in prison, citing more than a dozen violations, including illegally using cell phones, drug smuggling, and engaging in tax fraud.
The bad behavior, all of that indicated that Eric Menendez could still pose a risk to society, and they ultimately, unsurprisingly, denied parole.
Eric's extended family says the outcome is not what they hoped for.
Not many people get out on parole on their first try, so it wasn't entirely a surprise, but it is still very disappointing.
LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman, who repeatedly opposed the brothers' release, commended the parole board for its decision. Ahead of Thursday's outcome, California Governor Gavin Newsom said he's avoided taking a side in the brothers' parole.
I have not watched any documentary. I have not watched anything that has come out on the Menendez brothers, and I very intentionally avoided that in expectation and anticipation that this might land on my desk. So the facts themselves will speak for themselves.
Eric will have to wait another 3 years before his next parole hearing.
2 years ago, this was not even a possibility. We're still moving forward.
Now, later this morning, the parole board will take on the case of Eric's brother, Lyle. He is now 57 years old. And this could be interesting because Lyle had a much better record in prison. But as the older brother, he was perceived as...
They said that this man was in there with a cell phone and doing drugs and all this and that. He was in there for like 34, 36 years. I mean, what the hell do you think's going to happen all these years? He wasn't on best behavior. Now, I'm not saying he should get out or not. People in the chat are like, Brandon, why would you say you should get out? I didn't say that. Said 1,000 people in the building.
Make some noise!
I did not say that. A round of applause for you. Hit over 1,000 people in the live stream, baby. I'm just saying, we went up to about 1,000 to 2,000. We got some amazing giveaways. You beautiful people watching live in the chat right now. Because I told you, if you're watching live on your phone right now, double tap your screens. 1,000 people in the building, double tap your screens. We got some giveaways. And yes, the wheel comes back on Monday. We spinning that wheel, baby. You know what time it is. We're going to be doing that. Now, look. The Menendez brothers, it's why did they do it? I mean, when you got murders and killing, a lot goes into this, right? But down the road, 34, 36 years later, they said, look, this is why we did this. You know, my mom knew about this. My dad was doing this to us. I mean, they got to be, if this is true, that shit's a little screwed up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you right now, if in fact, that this stuff was happening to these kids, and you see it all the time. Kids grow up in the wrong situations, at the wrong time, doing some things that they, parents did or people did to them or family friends or someone close to them or even strangers. And guess what? Things get a little crazy and they grow up a little mentally disturbed for the right reasons. I mean, not for the right reasons, but you get why they did is what I'm trying to say. Let me clarify that. When I say for the right reasons, I'm saying I understand why. They are right that they feel that way because they were disturbed is what I'm trying to say. And unfortunately, this happens to people. Now, should they let them out? They were in Beverly Hills. Someone just put they were rich. That's right. They were rich. Living in Beverly Hills, not anymore. Living in Beverly prison for a long, long, long time. And I'm just saying that shit is very, very confusing. Did you see that John Bolton's house was raided? Hold on a second. We got to go to that real quick. We'll get back to Russia and say we got a conversation we got to get to right now. Did you see the house that was raided? John Bolton, FBI, okay, house raid. Now, I pulled it up on the screen, okay? The FBI was at former National Security Advisor John Bolton's house in suburban Maryland. I'm going to show that clip right now. They raided that house. If you didn't see the clip yet, you know I'm going to bring it to you right now because I bring you the hot, the heavy, the heat every day. Let's take a look.
Breaking news just now. FBI agents have raided former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton's Washington, D.C. area home early this morning. A source familiar with the matter tells NBC News that the FBI agents raided Bolton's home in Bethesda, Maryland this morning as part of a, quote, national security investigation in search of classified records. The FBI has not commented, but in a seemingly related post just made on X, FBI Director Kash Patel wrote moments ago, "No one is above the law. FBI agents on mission." We've reached out to National Security Advisor Bolton. He has not responded yet, Claire. We don't know a lot yet. This just happened. The source telling us it's about classified records, perhaps, a national security investigation. But we should note here, John Bolton, who did briefly work for Donald Trump as national security advisor in his first term, has turned into a fierce Trump critic. We just actually, just a few days ago, spoke about him here on this show because he thought that the president's summit in Alaska with Vladimir Putin was going to be a disaster. In fact, even before the summit occurred, he said that Trump had handed Putin a win. In fact, Trump went to social media to criticize Bolton for those comments. And now, a few days later, we have this. We don't know there's a link, but we certainly know this is a president who has promised retribution.
Yeah, this is chilling. It really is. Listen, John Bolton and I disagreed on many things back in the days when I was serving in public office, but I don't think very many people that know John Bolton would argue that his beliefs were intellectually sound. You could disagree with him, and that he gave a lot to this country in terms of time and his intellect and his work ethic. And clearly this is retribution. Clearly this is using the FBI in a way that not only tarnishes the FBI, but it tarnishes our country. I mean, this is what they do in countries where they don't have rule of law. This is what happens when despots take over, like Putin. And John Bolton has always been critical of how, I mean, he about lost it when Trump wanted to invite the Taliban to Camp David. It's chilling. Now, do I think they're ever going to have evidence to convict this man of anything in a court of law with a jury? No, they won't. But they can make him miserable.
Again, we should stress, we don't know a lot about what's happening here. We saw FBI Director Kash Patel's social media post. John Bolton, former Trump national security advisor turned Trump critic, his home raided.
So look, here's what I want to say right now, people in the chat. Nobody's above the law, right? I'm going to break that down right now, okay? John Bolton, FBI house raid. Former national security for Trump advisor. All of a sudden, flip the script on Trump, and Trump says, you know what? We're going to look into this. So why now are they going after him, like raiding him? People say, well, that's because he flipped the script on Trump. Well, if there's nothing to hide, he's got nothing to worry about. That's the whole thing I'm trying to tell people. Like, now, here's what I want to tell you. I get Republicans, Democrats, right? We got to do what it is in the chat. Got to live and die by the sword, right? If you did this, boom, right? Did the crime, do the time, right? We all know that. But here's the reality. Trump let him loose. Trump fired him. Trump got rid of him. So obviously he didn't agree. Trump didn't agree with Bolton's operation. Didn't agree how he was acting, what he was doing. He didn't agree with him. So then now it's getting raided. And people are like, well, the corruption, the compromised should be afraid. Do you agree right now? Do you agree right now? And I'm just saying, shout out to the 1,400, 1,500 people in the building right now. Over freaking 75,000 views this morning already. I want to tell you how much I appreciate, number one. Number two, smack that damn like button. And if you're first time watching, in the chat right now. If it's your first time watching, put first time in the chat. And yes, we are going to fix that situation with the Wi-Fi and the buffering, all that shit. It's not me. It's in the building down here in downtown Miami. They're trying to fix that shit and get it rocking and rolling and get it right. And I apologize for that. If you're trying to fix it, I apologize for that. They're going to get that fixed right now because every time we get 1,500, 800 people in the chat, it goes up and goes down because of the Wi-Fi. And I apologize. We're fixing it right now in the building. If you're first time, I appreciate it. Let me take a look at it right now. It says Dear in the building. Jamila in the building. How you feeling? Everybody in the chat right now. Who's first time? Let me take a look at it right now. Lorraine in the building. We greatly appreciate that. Horse Kicks in the building. And listen, if you're a subscriber of the show, you've been here before, welcome them. Say, welcome. We appreciate you, new subscribers. We appreciate you, new people coming to the chat. And hold on a second. I just want to tell you something now that we're back in the building right now. What I'm saying is this. When Trump got 34 felonies, and I explain this all the time, don't blame Trump for not being in prison. Like, people are like, well, how did he do it? Well, guess what? Democrats didn't put him behind bars. Democrats didn't put him behind bars. Would you say, whose fault is that? I'm just asking right now, if in fact Trump did things that were wrong, corrupt, don't you agree right now that, hey, Got to do something about that. Why didn't they do it? Joe Biden could have did it. Kamala Harris could have did it. A whole Democratic Party could have did it. Why didn't they do it? Now that Trump's in office, it's like, you did something wrong, we're coming after you. Same shit. Like, all I'm saying is this. Whose fault is it? Is all I'm not saying who's right and who's wrong. I'm saying, whose fault is it that he's not in prison? That's all I'm making that be clear. Now, let's get back to the fact that John Bolton's house is being raided. Yes, Trump brought him on as national security advisor. Yeah, that's true. And then Trump got rid of him. So now he got rid of him. Why? Because I believe he was going against his tactics, was going against his operation, wasn't agreeing with him. You know what I'm saying? We'll show that clip again. People coming into the chat right now that didn't see it, what we're talking about right now. Take a look.
Breaking news just now. FBI agents have raided former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton's Washington, D.C. area home early this morning. A source familiar with the matter tells NBC News that the FBI agents raided Bolton's home in Bethesda, Maryland this morning as part of a, quote, national security investigation in search of classified records. The FBI has not commented, but in a seemingly related post just made on X, FBI Director Kash Patel wrote moments ago, "No one is above the law. FBI agents on mission." We've reached out to National Security Advisor Bolton. He has not responded yet, Claire. We don't know a lot yet. This just happened. The source telling us it's about classified records, perhaps, a national security investigation. But we should note here, John Bolton, who did briefly work for Donald Trump as national security advisor in his first term, has turned into a fierce Trump critic. We just actually, just a few days ago, spoke about him here on this show because he thought that the president's summit in Alaska with Vladimir Putin was going to be a disaster. In fact, even before the summit occurred, he said that Trump had handed Putin a win. In fact, Trump went to social media to criticize Bolton for those comments. And now, a few days later, we have this. We don't know there's a link, but we certainly know this is a president who has promised retribution.
Yeah, it's chilling. It really is. Listen, John Bolton and I disagreed on many things back in the days when I was serving in public office, but I don't think very many people that know John Bolton would argue that his beliefs were intellectually sound. You could disagree with him, and that he gave a lot to this country in terms of time and his intellect and his work ethic. And clearly this is retribution. Clearly this is using the FBI in a way that not only tarnishes the FBI, but it tarnishes our country. I mean, this is what they do in countries where they don't have rule of law. This is what happens when despots take over, like Putin. And John Bolton has always been critical of how, I mean, he about lost it when Trump wanted to invite the Taliban to Camp David. It's chilling. Now, do I think they're ever going to have evidence to convict this man of anything in a court of law with a jury? No, they won't. But they can make him miserable.
Again, we should stress, we don't know a lot about what's happening here.
What I don't get about this, people in the chat, there's a time to talk to you guys in the building right now. I'm looking at every single message you guys are dropping in the chat right now. So drop it in. Feel free to hate on me if you want to, or tell me if you agree with me right now. People in the chat, are you a MAGA supporter? Are you a Trump supporter? Are you a left? Are you a right? What are you in the building? And why we're asking that question is this. People, I just saw a message that came into the chat again, right? Let me read it to you guys. I want to get your point on this, okay? I want to get your point on this. Let me scroll up, make sure I get it right. Here it is. Okay. Edwin came into the chat, okay? And Edwin just said, ready? I'm going to read you guys here in the chat. Said, LMAO, laughing my ass off, as known as that, right? So when Trump has boxes of classified files in his bathroom, right, it's totally fine. But for everyone else, it's no one above the law. Again, Trump's not going to go incriminate himself and put himself in prison. People, understand something. Trump is not the reason why, like, he's not, or behind bars or not. Like, that is because, you look at the judicial system. Why didn't they do it? Why didn't they do it? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't get it. It isn't like, okay, say Trump is wrong. Okay, he's wrong. Fine. Say he's wrong. He's not going to go to prison, go, oh, he put me in prison. Thank you. No, he's going to go, I'm going to try to beat it. Why does Trump beat it? Is it because he's smart? Yes or no? In the chat right now. Is it because he's smart? Is it because he has too much money? Is it because why? Like, there's a reason why he beats it. It's just like taxes, people. Oh, well, he's not paying taxes. Do you think that's smart or not? Like, I don't want to pay all these taxes either. Like, I got to pay them because I don't have the way around it. Yeah, I don't have all the ways to beat everything like Trump has. But at the end of the day, there's a lot more people with a lot more money than Trump. And those people are abiding by the same regulations, doing the same shit, using write-offs and all kind of shit too, and business expenses. And that's what you got to do. Those things were put in place to do for a reason. And it's like, well, don't just look at Trump and go, he's the problem. He's doing what he's got to do to do business, conduct business. So again, I'm not on here just saying advocate and say Trump's the best man in the world. And you know what? I'm not saying that. I give you the unbiased opinion here. I tell you the truth. And I'm just giving you the reality. Someone said, yeah, now all the Democrats love John Bolton now. People in the chat. I'm just giving it to you straight. I didn't come on here ever and tell you Trump is perfect and he did nothing wrong. I never said that. I didn't say he doesn't belong in jail. I didn't say he does belong in jail. I just said, don't blame the man of why he's not in jail. I'm just saying in the building, you guys know what I'm saying. If you agree with what I'm saying, put a Y in the chat right now. If you don't, put an N in the chat right now. And as I look at it right now, we are closer and closer. Once you guys understand something, take a look at our channel right now. We're about to hit, 69,000 subscribers because you beautiful people in the chat getting closer to 70. Look, we're building up. People in the building, if you agree with me, put a Y in the chat right now. And I greatly appreciate you. Be honest with me in the chat. I see you all coming in. And then someone keeps, where's the files at? The Epstein file. We keep talking about the Epstein file. I mean, how many times can I tell you about the Epstein files until they release them? I think they should have released them, but I will say this, 150% they should release them. But why didn't they release them? Why didn't they release them when you had Biden in office? And again, same goes for right now, same goes as before. And I'm not denying the simple fact. Right now, I'm not denying the simple fact that he should release them. But I'm also not denying the fact that the Democrats in office, they didn't release them either. So it isn't Trump. It's not Biden. It's collectively the politicians, the people of power that are like, you know what? We're not going to release them. But here's the problem. The Democrats are going to come here. They're going to blame Trump for it, right? They're not going to blame Biden for it. They're going to blame Trump. That's why I got to disagree with you. If you came in the chat right now and you said, you know what? I blame Biden and I blame Trump. They should have released it. I'd say, you got my vote. You're exactly right down the middle. You should have did it. You should have did it. You didn't. Don't like either of you, right? But Trump is in office right now, and he could still do it. So I'm just saying, if Trump releases the files, what are we going to say then? If Trump releases the Epstein files, what are people going to say then? They're going to find something else to talk about. Oh, well, you're going to find something else. So it isn't like he could do anything, to be honest, to appease the Democrats. And I'm not saying that he's perfect. Didn't say that. Well, I'm saying, let's be honest with you right now. So one quick question about Alligator Alcatraz in the chat right now. This is a big thing because all these, we're talking about Spanish people right now because there's majority of them come from, Mexico or Cuba, Venezuela, Brazil, whatever. They come all over the place, right? And there's a lot of them crossing the border. People are upset about that. Democrats upset about that mostly. A lot of Republicans are excited about it because they want to keep it safe. Not hurt people, but get rid of illegal people, right? Let's just make sure that you guys understand. We're on the same page right now. We just want to bring it where there is not illegal people running around the state, running around the country, right? That's what we want. There's some great people here from other countries that belong here. And if he goes back in time and goes, hey, you got to go too. I'm against that. Been here a long time. Been doing a great job, working a full-time job. You crossed the border back in 82. You got to stay. You know what I'm saying? But there's fine lines. And ICE is cracking down on that. ICE is showing up and taking care of business in certain places. And I told you this before. When Von's in the chat, we talk about it, the building right now. And he's not here right now. So we'll say it in the chat for him right now. We'll say it in the chat for Von right now, who's not here today. Had a busy schedule this morning. He'll be here Monday morning. Hey, don't come in here and get your panties in a bunch. We're going to say a lot of crazy things on here that we probably shouldn't say. But you know how Von and I get. I screwed up again. You know how I screwed this shit up again. Oh, I screwed this shit up again. Hold on. This is from Von in the building right now. Don't come in here and get your panties in a bunch. We're going to say a lot of crazy things in here, but don't get upset in here because Von and I, you know how we get. You know what I'm saying? I got to drop it in there for you people in the chat. You know how we get. I screwed it up with Von in the chat and with Von in the building right now. God love and appreciate you beautiful people coming to the chat right now. I got a few minutes left. Look, here's what I'm going to tell you right now to end it with this. Alligator Alcatraz, when they built it, right? They made it, would you say it's inhumane? Would you say, look, we did it for the right reasons as a scare tactic? Would you say, hey, you know what? I'm kind of glad they're doing it because people, maybe they won't come here. Is it like a deterrent? Is it like, hey, we got you in the building right now. Now, we're going to send you here, so don't come over here. Kind of like trying to scare people from coming over here. Like, I would testify and say that was part of it, right? But then it's like people are upset about it because they say, oh, well, it's going to be an endangerment to a reptile, or it's going to be bad because there's going to be certain alligators that can't go. We have to preserve certain wildlife. It's like, come on. Like, give me a break with that. Like, if you want to talk about it's not fair for people, if you want to talk about, you love your people from out of the country, you want to talk about, hey, they deserve to be here. If you want to talk about a lot of awesome things, how, look, they're great people. They come here, they help our society, they help our communities, they help in business. You want to go down that road? That's great. But don't come in here and start giving me, hey, well, because endangered wildlife and there's species out there that we got to be careful, and the mosquitoes are not going to, come on now. I'm just saying, certain people got to understand. Give me a break, right? Well, let's be real. Let's just call it like it is. In the chat, deport or not deport. You know what I'm saying? In the chat right now, deport or not deport. You know what I mean? And Plum said the building, Plum said that he's an independent. If you're an independent, that means you're split right down the middle. Not really sure about you. Not really sure about you. You know what I'm saying? You're up there dating. I want to date a blonde or a brunette. I'm not really sure. I'm down the middle. Maybe you date a redhead. I don't know. Blonde, brunette, down the middle. Maybe that's what you're saying. But you don't come into the damn chat. Don't come to the building. Don't come to the polls. Say, I'm an independent. And the whole time just hate on one side. You're not an independent. You're an independent when you disagree with both sides and you also agree with certain things on both sides. But if you just come in and bash Republicans or bash Democrats, you're not independent. Like, if you bash Trump all the time, every day, all day long, everything that we say on here, even when I give positive, then you're a Democrat. If you come here and you just bash Biden all day long and hate on the Democrats, you're a Republican. Like, let's be honest right now, right? In the chat right now, deport or let them stay. We're jumping in the chat. This is an important conversation because I'll tell you right now, that video, people coming to build, they got a message on Instagram right now, says, show that video again of the lady saying the Alcatraz being shut down. We don't understand what's going on. I'll show you right now. People in the chat, they're saying it's being shut down. Show it again.
Alligator Alcatraz basically needs to be shut down. That's according to a Florida federal judge who just issued a late night order and a preliminary injunction against the state of Florida and the Trump administration. In her ruling, the judge said that the state and the Trump administration must immediately stop construction on the facility. They must stop bringing any new detainees to the facility. And within 60 days, they must start dismantling the facility and moving those detainees who are being housed there now out. Now, this is not happening because of any kind of civil rights violation. This is happening because the judge found the state and the federal government violated multiple environmental laws by constructing the makeshift facility right in the middle of the Big Cypress National Preserve.
Come on, that's what I'm saying. Now, hold on, we got a message on here from Dingo in the chat. Everybody in the chat, pay attention right now. I'm going to start reading all your messages right now as we close out the show today. Here we go. Dingo, by the way, in the building right now, double tap your screens. Can we get the 300 likes? Here's a chance to make some money. We get the 300 likes in the next 30 seconds. I'll give a lucky person $300 in the chat. We need 80 people right now. Double tap your screens. If you're watching live, let's get those up. Let's make some money. I keep trying to do it right now. And Monday, we're spinning that wheel. Now, back to the messages right now in the building. Dingo said, why is it not allowed to be multifaceted issue with multiple wrongdoings? I think the issue is that people on the right want black, white solutions to issues that have multiple problems. At the end of the day, what I'm saying is this. I believe you can agree with Republicans and you can agree with Democrats on a lot of issues, right? I'm right down the middle. I'm not independent. I'm a Republican. I agree with Trump's doing in a lot of ways. I don't agree with everything that he does, but I agree with policies. I believe, closing the border, not letting random people just show up illegally. I believe in schools. I believe no men and women's sports. I believe, certain things that he's doing with tax and all that. So I believe certain things. It isn't a white thing, a black thing, a Spanish thing, a fat, skinny, small size. None of that. It's the ability to be able to understand the policies and put them in place, right? Iran, trying to stop the war with Ukraine and Russia coming together. I believe a lot of that's good. But what I don't like in the chat is when someone just comes in and hates on one side and then claim you're an independent. You're not an independent. You're just hating on one side the whole time. Don't matter who the hell's in office. Just hating on it. Let's read some more messages right now, chat. Who's got a question for me in the chat? Any questions that you want to put in the chat right now, I'll answer them right now. As long as you're not crazy and being ridiculous. We got trolls in the chat that come in and say a lot of crazy things. Here we go. Okay, so Plump said, I don't like fascists. Therefore, I don't like Trump. I understand that. I understand the message. I don't like fascists. I agree with that. But you got to look at policies. Personality plays a big part. People are like, I don't like this person. I don't like personality. I get that. I understand that. If you don't like someone's personality, then you might not like the way they are. But you got to know the policies now. What he wants to do. Wants to get rid of capital gains tax. Wants to get rid of wants to lower taxes, which helps people have finance. They can pay more people more wages. People are like, well, that helps the rich. If the rich that have all these businesses are suffering and losing money a bunch of times, whenever they start getting rid of people, dropping people off, right? Instead of that, if you lower taxes and all that can help, they say, hey, look, we can hire more people, bring more people to work, yada, yada, yada. I'm just saying a lot of things can happen. It's more than just that, okay? In the building right now, ICE comes into the building. ICE buddy says, tax the rich, fix all problems. Come on now. That's what I'm saying. I understand you want people to pay their fair share. I get it. I agree 1,000%. But tax the rich, give to me, give to me. I saw a message the other day in the building, and we're talking about economy another day. Today, we were talking about a lot here. We're talking about the economy right now. People are like, hey, Brandon, I don't understand this. They, you get rid of Section 8. They got to raise up wages. Listen, I understand the reasoning of it. I get it. Hey, if in fact you raise the wages, that's better. Get rid of Section 8. We're making more money. But here's what I'm telling you. If I own a coffee shop downstairs and I'm $50 a cup, you don't got to buy my coffee. Like legit, like you could buy things where you fit in. I went downstairs in my building. I get a muffin every morning. Try not to. Trying to be in shape. Back in the gym. Show you another day. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. I walk by that, I get that little muffin, but like, hey, I want to get a shake. Oh, $9. I'm not paying $9 for a freaking shake with some blueberries in it. $9? Come on now. I don't care how much money I got. It's not worth it. So what I'm saying is this. Yeah, raising minimum wage is great, but why would you put restrictions and tell people what they can sell for? Don't buy from them. Boycott them. They're too much money. I'm not going there. Go somewhere else. Dunkin' Donuts was cheap. Starbucks came out. They're too high, too expensive. You ask me, I go there all the time. It's too expensive. Coffee's crazy. I go there one day at $6, one day at $7. Same coffee. Whipped cream, caramel drizzle, $7.25, $6.55. Look, I love Starbucks coffee. It's great. I like it. I enjoy it. Buy it all the time. Overpriced, right? Let's be honest. Show them love, support at the same time. Tell them the truth. Right? Dunkin' Donuts, a lot cheaper. Go to Dunkin' Donuts then. Get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to Starbucks and say, hey, here's the mandate. You gotta bring down your prices. Why? It's their coffee shop. Don't buy there. If you get what I'm saying right now, put a Y in the chat. I'm giving you some honest opinions right now. If you agree with what I'm saying right now, put a Y in the chat. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, obviously, some economy stuff. We're going to talk about Section 8. We're going to talk about wages. We're going to talk about all that. And I understand. As a kid, you're like, you know what? I got to make some more money somehow. I can't afford this. I get it. But when you're born in this country, no one's like, hey, let me help you. No, it's not about helping you. It's about overall, get up and work, right? It's hard, not easy. I'm not saying that like it's easy. Some people can't do it. Some people it's hard, some handicapped. You got veterans, wounded veterans, disabled people. I get that. But if you can get up and work, get your ass to work. And if it's hard, I know it's hard. I do it every day. People are like, well, it's easy for you. It's not easy for me. It's not easy for me. And that's why I try to tell people all the time. You want this, you want that. Listen, I grew up. I was 1 or 2. My mom was 1 of 13. Shit was hard. She fought her ass off. Do the right thing. Had an excellent mom. We agree on a lot of things. Disagree on a lot of things. But at the end of the day, she worked her ass off. You know what, right now? I was in the projects, 1 years old, 2 years old, whatever it was, moved out. My mom wanted a different life. Moved out of there and said, we're doing this. Worked her ass off. 2 jobs, 3 jobs, doing what she had to do. She made an example for me to say, hey, she set an example to go, look, this is what you got to do. So guess what I do now? Work my ass off. What's my dad do? Works his ass off. Not perfect, works his ass off. That's what I do. I was raised like that. Some kids are not raised like that. Some kids are raised to do whatever the hell they want to do. If you agree with what I'm saying right now in the chat, drop it in the chat. Let me know how you're feeling right now. I want to know how you're feeling right now. And I'm just telling you the real facts. You know what I'm saying? I didn't show up. I didn't drive to school with a Lamborghini. I didn't drive to school with a Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? I was very, very happy in my life. My mom gave me a lot of things, and I will tell you this. I didn't want for nothing I didn't have. I mean, I wanted things, but I didn't need for nothing. Let's say that. I didn't need for anything. And some people aren't in that boat, right? So I'm just saying, as I take a look at it and sit back, like all these people that are struggling out there, we're going to have another day of economy and all that and wages. We're going to down that road. We'll cover that, and I'll give my utmost opinion. I hope you guys understand that, and I love and appreciate you. No matter where you're from, I appreciate you. In the chat right now, let me see those states in here. Where are you based? Before you leave today, are you a subscriber of the show, yes or no? I'm taking a look at it right now. See, I know we're over 100,000 views today. Again, without you guys, we wouldn't have that shit. So without you, there is no 100,000 views. You guys are the reason why the show is building. You guys are the reason why the show is rocking. You are the reason why we're getting massive sponsors rolling in. And I'm taking a look at it right now. But just so you guys know, we hit 69,000 subscribers today. And we're rocking and rolling. We're pushing 70 right now. Can we get to 70,000 subscribers? That's the goal right now. We got to hit 70, and next goal is 100. Rocking and rolling. We got 69,076 because you beautiful people coming in the chat today, hanging out with me, having a good time. I try to call a spade a spade. And I love and appreciate people coming to the chat right now. And I don't care where you're from. I don't care where you're based. I don't care what kind of money you got. I appreciate you. And I try to show love to everybody. And we'll end that show today with this. Enjoy your day today. It's Friday. Spend time with your family. Go out and do some fun things. Don't sit back and stress out. I do it all the time over nothing. Life is good. You know what I'm saying? Life is good. And sit out there and be happy. Scott McCormick, we appreciate you. Let me pin that message to the chat. So I like this guy. Guess what, Scott? I like you, brother. Appreciate you in the chat right now. If it's your first time watching, please put first time so I can shout you out right now. Eli, appreciate you. JB, appreciate you. Look at the states coming in right now. Look at all the people in the building right now. By the way, we do a lot of giveaways, do a lot of fun stuff in here. We got a new studio in downtown Miami. We're going to have a wheel we're going to be spinning back in effect. We're going to spin that wheel. You guys deserve it. Over 100,000 views a day. On top of that, people watching live, we got some new people coming on the show. Let me see right now. Tim in the building. How you feeling? Welcome to the show. I'm going to show my, what do you say? My gratitude. How much I appreciate you right now because people don't do that enough. I do. I got to do that. Purple in the building. Christopher in the building. How you feeling? T Square in the building. Jay Wilkes in the building. We appreciate you. I don't care what side you're on. I don't care Republican or Democrat. I appreciate you. And I want to hear your message loud and clear on here. A lot of people don't do this. They don't come in here and do what I'm doing right now. They don't come in here and have conversation. I'm doing it. I can see all your messages, and I really appreciate that. And I'm taking that time right now just to do that right now. John, thank you for joining our show from Wisconsin. Thank you. On Monday, we start the live call-in. So if you're watching live right now, we start the live call-ins on Monday where you can call into the show and you can say whatever the hell you got to say. You could come here and talk about what we're talking about. You can hate on me, say whatever the hell you want. We'll be calling in. You'll have a number on the screen. We'll have some links on the screen. You'll be able to call into the show and join what we are doing. But bear with us in the new studio because there might be some malfunctions. I'm just saying, shit's going a little crazy. And then next week, right across the hall, we're moving to our new glass studio. It's going to be crazy with cameras everywhere, a lot of stuff going on. Because of you guys, we can do that. And a lot is going on. Let me see. We watch it from Canada. We appreciate you right now. Watch it from Canada. Thank you. In the chat right now, drop your countries right now. We do states every day. Drop your country. Where are you based? If we're in the USA, put USA right now. Let's drop it as we get ready to sign up right now. Drop USA. Script bot in the building.
Make some noise!
We appreciate you, Scriptbot, coming in the building. We appreciate you. Yeah, Plum better call in the chat right now. We appreciate you. Brittany Mason, don't forget, hey, you follow me on Instagram, social media. Brandon Mason Show. My wife's in the building, Brittany Mason. Follow her. Brittany Mason. She looks better than me. I get it. People, I have her on the show. Ratings go up. Like, oh, man, wife looks better than me. Thought I looked good. Yeah, I mean, might need a little Botox. I was talking about that. Getting a little older. Maybe a little Botox right here. What do you think? A little bit? Little pinch right here? Something? Just saying. I'll talk about it. I don't give a damn. I'm not one of those insecure, I'm not trying to say all females are insecure, but I'm not running around here like an insecure female, like, oh, I did this and, this and that. I got nothing done to me, but I might have to do a little shot right here, a little Botox, maybe a little corner. They said something told me right here. What's it called right here? Crow's Peak or Widow's Crow or Eye Crow, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into the whole like Botox or the makeup environment and all that. I just kind of guess. I think it's called Crow's something. I could be wrong. But I'm going to get that done in the building. Follow Brittany on there. Brittany Mason. She's in there. You can follow her on Instagram. Jump into the building. Have a good time. Anybody else got an Instagram account? Drop. There you go. Crow's feet. Thank you, Chance. I appreciate that. Christina said, no Botox. All right. Maybe I have to listen to you. In the building, people said, no. Crow's feet. All right. Hey, Chance. We appreciate you. Hey, Chance, you know about this because you got it done, Chance? Or do you know about this because you're trying to help me out? Let me know what I'm saying. Kevin, Christopher, Pink. People know what time it is. Drop your age in the chat. If you're not scared to drop your age in the chat right now, drop it in the building. I'll drop mine in the chat. I don't give a damn. Bang, I'll be the first one. Bop, in the chat. Drop it. Jamila, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Arthur said, you look fine, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All love to you. Here come the ages in the chat right now. Drop your ages. We'll do that again. This is fun. Let's see the ages in the chat. Here we go. Bang, bang, bang. We got 20s, we got 30s, we got 40s, we got 50s, we got 60s. In the chat right now. Drop it in the chat right now. Here we go. Here goes some ages right now. Wow. Look at these ages coming in the building. People with experience. When you're younger, you call people old. I remember when I was like, wow, you're 30, you're old. You're 40, you're old. Right now, I'm like, it's experience. Back in the day, once you hit into the 40s, that's old. Now that I'm 39, I'm like, 40 is wisdom, experience. You know what I'm saying? It feels good about yourself, a little veteran in the game. You know what I mean? Having a good time. We greatly appreciate you. All love to you beautiful people in the chat. There's a lot of stuff going on. We covered a lot today. Mike, you just missed a lot. Mike, you missed a lot today. We had a lot of news going on today. But I want to take the time to enjoy everybody that's in the chat right now, enjoy everyone that came to the building today to have a good time. And so, yeah, Mike, you missed a little bit on the show today. Have to go back. Seasoned, that's a good word. What's the best word for when you feel like you're getting older? What would you call it? Seasoned, veteran, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying something right here, a little salt and pepper. Grew a beer for the first time. Shit came in gray. I was pissed. Called it silver. Silver sounds better. I was always trying to find words that make more sense. Someone said, I like your teeth. Thanks. Hey, look, teeth is a big deal. Just saying in the building right now. All love to you, and I'll let you guys know this right now. Over 110,000 views today because you beautiful people in the chat. Get out there today. Enjoy your Friday. This weekend, don't do shit. Sit back, have fun, tell some jokes, and listen. I'll give the slogan again. I'll tell you what it is. Von's out in the building right now. I'll show you Von's seat right now. Von's over there. Where's Von? Von's out there. Say, where's Von? Try to say him. So look, let me drop it in the chat right now. I'm practicing right now for our intro. Ready? Don't get your panties in a bunch. We're going to say a lot of crazy things on here that I probably shouldn't say. But Von in the building, you know how we get. You know what I'm saying? I'll drop it in there for my boy Von's out to build their beer on Monday. Everybody in the chat right now, if you're watching live, put in the chat, you know how we get. And go out there, follow us on all social media. Love and appreciate you. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that. We have a good time. I got my red jacket on. This is not a Republican jacket. This is a jacket just to have on that I like. I wear red. I wear blue. I wear freaking gray. I have all these shirts up here hanging up. I can wear a lot of cool things up here. And button-up shirts, V-neck shirts, all that. So don't come in here and think that it's a Republican channel. This is a channel for people to come in and express themselves in every possible opportunity. I greatly appreciate you. See all of you beautiful people Monday morning. 10 a.m. I'll be opening up a lot of information, drop it on all social medias. Follow me on there because I got something for you. Appreciate you. Have a great rest of your weekend. Hey, moderators, love and appreciate you. Let me tell you something, moderators. Everybody put mods in the chat. Without them, this shit doesn't work right. I'm going to just say that on a Friday. Mods, mod love. Put mod love in the chat. Got to drop that in there. Christy. Let me say, Christina. We call you Christy? Christina? See? Got you in the building right now. Tracy. Pitbull Mama. Chrome in the building. Look, there's a lot of people in here right now. Brittany comes in the building. We got a lot of love in here. Without you moderators, it wouldn't be the same. We love and appreciate you. See all of you guys on Monday, 10 a.m. Take care.
I mean, us. Don't mess that up, DC. That's my public service announcement to my best friend. Oh, man. Now, ladies, we got a little bit of sad news for you. Denzel Washington says he's retiring. Yes, I know. Hurts me like it hurts you. He's 69 years old. He's still at the top of